Hi, I'm Ishan, and we're building SellScale, the world's first AI SDR. The main goal of an SDR, or sales development rep, is to book meetings for other sales reps. And being an SDR is tough. Less than 2% of people you reach out to end up converting. They spend 2/3 of their day with rote manual work, like writing emails. And the average tenure is 14 months because burnout is so high. Despite how manual and inefficient they are, the US businesses spend $35 billion a year on this role. For example, Snowflake employs an army of SDRs, 500 across the United States. Now you may be thinking, 35 billion? What do they have this role doing? Well, it's pretty simple. The first step is to find prospects. The second step is to contact them. And the third step is to record them in your CRM. All of this is to get demos. And companies have spent the last few years building every tool imaginable to fulfill these steps. But what no one has figured out is how to solve for the grueling human workflows to get around these steps. For example, an SDR, after pulling their contact list from ZoomInfo, has to rank the prospects. An SDR has to write the emails that'll go into outreach. An SDR has to schedule the demos they'll record in their CRM. There is a lot of work for an SDR to do. What SellScale does is take all these human workflows and consolidate it into one simple AI solution that helps make your company more revenue with less human work. Let me show you an example of how this works with an example of our current customer, Monday.com. And I'm going to highlight 3 human workflows that SellScale is reimagining with AI. The first one is ranking the prospects you pull from your contact list. So Monday.com gave us a list of 10,000 rows in a CSV of finance leaders. And normally an SDR would have to go row by row, research them, and figure out who to reach out to first and who to reach out to last. SellScale will research every single prospect within seconds and figure out who's a good fit and who's not. For example, our AI picked up here, Richard Edgar is an editor-in-chief, he PMs an editing team, and he owns a large internal budget. That's a perfect fit for Monday.com. And our AI does this for thousands of contacts every single week. Great, so we've found Richard Edgar. And now the next step is to write to him, which brings me to step 2, writing copy. Normally, an SDR, a very good one, will pick up that Richard came up on a 7-year anniversary, that he's won some awards in journalism, and that he leads an editing team. Normally, this would take 5 to 10 minutes to research and write, even with a tool like Jasper. SellScale will fine-tune a model for your business and automatically use it to compile delightful messages. For example, our rep here, Alex, called out his 7-year anniversary, his role in journalism, and Monday.com in the context of his editing team. And when Richard gets a message like this, of course he responds. And he said, hey, I'd love to meet. How does tomorrow noon work? So we've ranked Richard, we've gotten to schedule a demo, and now we have to schedule him, which brings him to my last step, scheduling a demo. With large language models, SellScale can detect that phrase, tomorrow at noon, and automatically see that Richard wants to schedule. Normally, an SDR has to comb through all the messages in their inbox, see who's an objection, and see who wants to schedule. We can detect this instantly and automatically find a time on Alex's calendar, tomorrow at noon, and book it. Boom, demo set. We just took Richard from prospected all the way to a meeting on his calendar with AI. And the great part is not just a point solution for writing or a point solution for scheduling, but all these workflows tied into one to eliminate the need for a human to do these workflows. And what does our sales rep Alex see? Well, he sees the only thing he wants to see from his SDR, which is what demos are coming up and any complex questions he can answer. When we take this to customers, SellScale has been wildly successful. One of our early pilots, Curative, saw a 50% increase in qualified leads with AEs who's using SellScale compared to those without. And we faced similar amazing traction. We have over 100,000 in annual recurring revenue, pricing at $500 per seat per month. We have over 850 companies on the wait list, like Amazon, Deal, and Datadog, all companies employing armies of SDRs who want to try out SellScale. And to get here, we've worked with the best design partners in outbound, such as Ramp, Verkada, and Brex. In terms of the market, we see it in 3 steps. The first one is targeting full cycle reps. They have to source their own demos. They have to close their own demos. They don't have SDRs. And so a 6K SaaS software spend is a bargain. Naturally, as we service these reps, we're starting to dig into the sales tooling spend as well, which is a $12.5 billion market opportunity. And finally, in the not too distant future, we will see fully AI-first outbound units powered completely by SellScale, pointing to the $35 billion number I was alluded to earlier. Me and Akash are pumped to see this vision. We were friends before founders, met in high school and freshman biology, and were roommates for all 4 years at UC Berkeley. Importantly, we've grown sales teams at exceptional companies such as Lyft, Slack, and Apellis. Taking a look back, we started with sales being very manual in the 1950s with the Rolodex. And I think in the last 20 years, we got a bit better, with SaaS helping the humans go faster. But now I think it is the time where we'll experience fully self-driving sales. Thank you.